Hey guys, so now we're done with all the new material. Actually, there's a couple of little things I still need to teach you, and I'll throw it in here and there later on. But we have basically a month left before the AP exam, maybe a little bit less. Now, if you do this right, after the AP exam, you'll look back and realize that this month was more important than all the chemistry I taught you all year. Okay, so we want to make sure you are doing this month properly, and you will kill the AP exam. A big part of it is strategy. Yes, you have to know chemistry, but you do. I've taught you lots. You know more than you need to. But we need to be able to address these AP questions quickly, because time is going to be an issue, and we need to address them effectively. So my first piece of advice to you is I'm going to be putting out a video every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from here until the AP exam. You will take the AP exam on May 14th, which is a Thursday. That Wednesday, I probably will not put out a video, but I will be available all day for Google Meet or whatever to answer your questions and calm me down and tell you you're going to do great, because you are. You're going to be fine. Just do these things as we do them, okay? So when I put out a video on a Monday, you need to watch that video on Monday. Don't put it off. Don't try and do them all in the last week. Don't try and do anything like that. Learning happens when you do something repeatedly. You want these things to become a habit. So you want to do these things repeatedly, and you want to do these things over a long period of time. You actually can do it fewer incidents if you do it over a longer period of time. And this is what learning is. So we need to make sure that you are ready for this test. And I'm going to spend these next few weeks, and you should spend these next few weeks preparing for that. If you try and save it till later, you won't do as well. Okay, this is just like the sleeping thing. I keep telling you guys, you've got it all wrong the way you do learning. It takes time. You have to do it over an extended period of time. So 3 times a week, it'll be a half an hour tops each time. You can knock this out. First thing I want to do as we approach this strategically is to look at what they're going to give us. So let's go to the website and take a look at the information they've given us. So if you just type in AP Exam Schedule 2020 into Google, you'll get this page. It'll be the first thing that pops up. You've got your AP coronavirus updates. And of course, all we care about is our chem exam. So let's scroll down here. And the AP and chemistry exams are right there, Thursday, May 14th at 2 p.m. Eastern Time. So you need to be ready for that. So at 1 o'clock, 1:30, you should already have your calculator ready to go. You should have a periodic table sitting there, your reference sheets. I'm sending you the periodic table and the reference sheets in a PDF. That's in the same announcement as this video was in. And you should be well rested. I cannot emphasize that enough. Be well rested. It's not going to be about what's in your brain. It's going to be about how well you can use your brain. And that is only a factor of sleep. Now, if you scroll down further here, there's information about the specific exam. So let's find, here's sciences. I'm going to maximize this guy right here. And let me change the screen a little bit so I can write on it. So there's a few different things we want to pay attention to here. 25 minutes for question number 1. And then you're going to have a 5-minute period to upload your response. Now, you want to be uploading your response in the first minute of that 5-minute period. Okay, do not try and use that extra 5 minutes to work and then submit it at the very last second of that. You don't want to risk any of that. So try to get it done in 25 minutes or as close as you can and submit it. Some of you guys like to go over time, and it's going to burn you here because you'll get no points. Make sure you use that 5 minutes submitting, not writing more of your answer. So after you upload your response to question 1, then you will start on question 2. It'll give you 15 minutes to do that one. And then again, 5 minutes to upload that one. And same thing, in 15 minutes, you got to be done. Okay, you've got to be ready to submit it and start submitting it in that first minute. They've been really clear about this, that they are not going to be very forgiving about anybody who starts submitting late. So give the computer system the time that it needs to do your submission, and it needs most of that 5 minutes. So, if you have like one more sentence to write, go ahead and finish it up, but then get it submitted. So 25 minutes for the first question, 15 minutes for the second question. They're calling them both long free response questions. Now, what's interesting here is that normally we have a 10-point question, well, actually 3 10-point questions, but a 10-point question they say is 23 minutes. That's your normal pace, 10 points in 23 minutes. So now we got 25 minutes for this first question, which makes me think They're just giving you a couple more minutes for time, and this is going to be a 10-point question. Now, what's that mean for this second question? Well, if you do the math, it should be 7 points time-wise. So this is my best guess. We'll have a 10-point question and then a 7-point question. But you know how they're broken up. They'll actually be several individual 1 and 2 point questions. So this 10-point question is often 5, 6 different questions, and the 7 points will probably be 4 or 5 different questions. Going down a little further on this, they describe both these questions with identical terms, and it's very general, so maybe not terribly helpful. They will be presenting some kind of experiment, but they almost always do when you have a free response question that starts out, here's some data, what's it mean? So of course you're going to have part of this question too that's going to be like, what is a possible error that could have been made, and how would that affect the data, right? Remember that second part, do not overlook that. That's the part that they want to grade for points. So we're looking at units 1 through 7, and I am sending you also in the same announcement that had this video, their topic outline for the first 7 units. And so you should be able to read through that and go, yes, I still know this. Yes, I still know this. And anything you don't know, go back to your notes, take a look at them. And there might be a couple of things in there that don't seem like you learned them before. And there actually are a couple of little things that I didn't teach you, but they're not that complicated, or there's something that AP has never tested on despite having it in their outline. And a couple of those, I will be putting up videos for those. But so if you find anything in those topics that you feel you don't understand very well, you send me an email saying, Mr. Powell, topic 5.2, I don't really get this second part here that's talking about this. I will post a video on that topic, right, and share it with you guys so you can see that. I will also be happy, of course, to do a Google Meet to help you address those questions. So this PDF that I'm sending you with all the topics, you need to go through that in your spare time, which I think you might have some, and read each of those topics and just say, yeah, I got that. Yeah, I got that. Or maybe I need to look at my notes here so that you can start asking me questions before the last freaking week of this, right? We've got like 3-4 weeks to do this. We got to get all our questions answered. All right, going down a little further, units 8 and 9, it says here, note that there are things about acids and bases in some of the other units. Make sure you know those are still fair game. So that's fine. I think we're well equipped for acids and bases because we just did that. There will be thermodynamics questions, but they're not the more advanced ones, and they're not the ones that include voltaic cells and things like that. So no worries. There are 2 thermodynamics units, and you'll see in the topics that one of them has it pretty straightforward. It's bonding enthalpies, and I don't even think there's much entropy in there. There's not Gibbs free energy, things like that, so it shouldn't be too bad. It does have specific heat and things like that. So other course-specific info down here, looking at this box. On traditional AP exams, students will require access to the periodic table, right? You should have that. I've already sent you a PDF. Again, it's in this announcement. And if you need it later, if you can't find this announcement, whatever, anything you need, shoot me an email and I will answer it right away with the information you need. Now, the questions on the exam, the thing they say here about the questions, they're designed to require calculations that can be done with pencil and paper, which is nice because that means you're not going to have to do any logs that aren't easy. It's going to be 1 times 10 to the -6th. What's the negative log of that? It's 6, right? You can do this kind of thing. It's not going to be things where you need a calculator. It means your square roots are going to be like square root of 64, square root of 25, things that you can do in your head. But having said that, you should use your calculator because you're going to need every second of this. Time is going to be an issue. So use your calculator, have it ready so you can crank through the math quickly and confidently. So with confidence. So that's the information they've given us. So like I said, what I want you to start doing today, if you have the capability of print, you want to print your periodic table, you want to print your equation sheet, have those ready for the exam. You want to also start going through those topics. Do that today. I would like, before the end of this week, I want you guys sending me questions. Mr. Powell, we didn't cover this. I don't understand this. Can you help me with this? I don't remember this. This doesn't make sense to me. Whatever. Send me those questions so I can start addressing those early on. I'd rather get the content questions addressed early, and then we can work more on the strategy. Starting Wednesday, I'll be sending you guys released free response questions, big ones. So you'll get a PDF of the question, and then you'll get a link to a video of me addressing the question. And I will do more than just go through the rubric. I will talk about what other kinds of questions I've seen from them, other ways that they ask about these questions, and ways that you can address the questions quickly and confidently. I think we're going to be in good shape. You guys seriously kick ass. You underestimate how good you are compared to the rest of the country. So I'm not too worried about you guys. I think you'll be fine. Hang in there. Do what I told you. Love you guys.